There's a lot said in our self-help culture about starting things. You have a business that you want to start, yeah, you should absolutely go and start that. You have a project that you've been thinking about for a while, go start. There's this whole idea, this whole psychology around if you can just get yourself to start, starting's the hardest thing. You've got to get into it, go for it, do it, stop talking about it, start. The problem is, if people are bad at starting, they're even worse at finishing things. Most people never even get past the first chapter of a book. They literally start books and then they put them down and they never read to the end of them. Meanwhile, they're in the bookstore the next week looking for the next book that's on their reading list. People don't finish things. And it's a sad thing that they don't finish things because they take all of this enjoyment from starting, forgetting that there is untold enjoyment in finishing. The satisfaction of getting something done, of feeling like you have a completed project, for getting to the end of it and being able to put that stamp that says, I'm done, I finished, I don't need to look at this again, it's done. There is so much enjoyment that we can take from that we do not get when we half-heartedly move from one project to the next. As soon as one gets difficult or lacks interest, we move on to the next one. I remember a few months ago going to see Book of Mormon with my family. The show is incredible, the music, the choreography, everything. I'm sitting there watching this and I'm taking so much enjoyment out of it. But there's also this feeling that I have as I'm watching it, this strange, slightly almost negative feeling where I'm almost envious of the creators of this show that they finished it. I can't imagine the incredible feeling they must have had finishing this and the feeling they must have now knowing that they don't have to go back to it. That's something that people see every single night on Broadway while they're off doing the next thing. Imagine your life and the way you go through it is that you're building a portfolio of different pieces of work, different pieces of art, different assets that at the end of your life, you'll be able to look back on. Now imagine the satisfaction of looking back at all these finished pieces instead of looking back at all these half-finished projects. You don't go into a museum and see that beautiful painting, but oh, there's only half of it done. The other half is still a blank canvas. You see finished pieces of work. For better or worse, they are finished. People don't finish because they're so worried that A, they've lost interest, or B, they don't know how to finish it, or they feel like if I finish it and draw a line under it, then it won't be as good as it can be. But I put to you that something that is 70% as good as it can be and finished is better than something that shows 90% potential but is 10% done. I don't want this to be a video where you just watch this and then go, oh, that was good content this week. I really must remember that about finishing things, and then you watch me again next week. Find something today that you've not finished. Find something that you keep saying to yourself you're going to finish, you keep putting off, and get back into that and actually finish it. Strategize its completion. Instead of going and finding something else and strategizing the beginning of it, get going on completing a task. I promise you, the rewards, the satisfaction, the fulfillment, and the confidence that you will get from finishing is far greater than any momentary childish enjoyment you'll get from just starting something new. That's it for this week, my friends. I will see you next week. See how many things you can complete in the meantime. I'll catch you soon.